Hi, everybody. My name is Robert Perry. I'm going to be your instructor for this class this summer 2022, which starts on June 13th and ends on July 22nd. So it's a 6-week course, Political Science 102. We're going to talk about the American institutions, like the legislative branch, the judicial branch, and the executive branch. And then we're also going to talk about some parts of American history and kind of tie that in too. So going forward, I want to kind of show you what we're going to be doing here on the syllabus. If we look at here on our syllabus, here's my contact information. Remember, this is a 4-unit class. Everything's going to be online and it's going to be asynchronous. If you need to talk to me about something, we can make an appointment because I'm not going to have regular office hours during the summer. So if there's something that you need to address with me, just let me know and we can make an appointment and meet via Zoom. Okay, there's going to be 2 required books. The first one you can get through our college bookstore or go online and look for a rentable copy. It's called The Irony of Democracy: An Introduction to Politics. We'll talk about different aspects of that text throughout the summer. The second is Reeves' 20th Century America. This is going to be our history book. This book is going to be free and you'll be able to access it through the school library, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. We do have an optional book. It's the California book. I'm not making it required for economical purposes, so just kind of keep in mind that we will be talking about California. If you want to supplement to what I'm going to be going over within the lecture, you can go ahead and buy that book, but it's not required. So we're going to have some learning outcomes this summer as well. So if you look at these 3 things, these are things that we're going to be able to accomplish by the end of the summer. We're going to be able to talk about different stances on the ideological spectrum and how that relates to past history, and also how our contemporary history as well is involved with ideological stances. We're going to talk about the system of checks and balances and how they work and how some of the problems that might cause. And then we'll also talk about foreign policy and give a little bit of kind of America's view toward foreign policy and how it's handled. That'll be toward the end of the summer. So if you look at here are our objectives. We'll go over them kind of as we approach them. So if you look at it, those are just some things that we're going to be talking about. Let's go ahead and skip to the assignments, because I know that's what everybody's interested in. Okay, so we're going to have weekly readings. Our class schedule is probably going to be our class week's going to be from Monday to Sunday. Sunday evening or Sunday in the afternoon, I'll usually post what we're going to be doing on the subsequent week that's coming up. And I'll give you some information about what to look out for and kind of some heads up on assignments that may be due. So we're going to have 2 short papers, 3 to 5 pages on a couple of our student learning outcomes. I'll explain those in a little bit. We're going to have weekly quizzes, and our quizzes are going to generally be done on Monday. So the first Monday, obviously, we're not going to have a quiz. The second Monday, we're actually not going to have any assignments due because that's going to be our Juneteenth holidays, so I'm not going to require you to do any work. So on June 21st, we're going to have our first quiz due, and that's going to be a Tuesday. And also July 4th falls on a Monday. We're not going to do anything that day. And subsequently, our quiz is going to be due on July 5th, which is a Tuesday. So we're going to have weekly quizzes. They're going to be worth 25 points each. The last quiz is actually going to be worth 35 points, and that is going to be on July 22nd, which is a Friday. So just keep that in mind. We're going to have 12 discussion assignments, 2 per week. Usually discussion assignments are going to be due on Wednesdays and on Fridays. Also, I expect you all to respond to your classmates. So there's going to be a day grace period or so before I start grading them. If you don't respond to your classmates, you will receive a point deduction. And remember, when you respond, make it be a substantial response. Just don't say, I agree with you. Give me a reason why. And there's going to be a little bit more detail as we go through on what I expect. And our final assignment is going to be a Supreme Court project, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. These are our grading points, so just take a look at it and look at our scale. I'm going to expect you all to keep up on current events. I'm going to send out current event happenings by announcements each week. Things for you all to look at, things that might relate to the class. So here are our requirements, and we talked a little bit about it, and this goes into a little bit more detail. So you're going to have 2 short essays to complete. The first one is going to be due on June 26th. The second one is going to be due on July 10th. And these questions are already posted in the assignment section. So we'll look at those in a minute. Again, here are our schedule of due dates for the quizzes. There's also going to be study guides attached to each module. So just go ahead and fill out the study guides. And I'll show you where they are in a minute. Fill those out and have those ready for when you take the quizzes, and you should be okay. The Canvas discussion, I expect you all to provide kind of a short critical essay of a topic that I pose, and then I also expect you all to respond to 2 classmates. And like I said, substantial responses. Just don't say, I agree with you. You have to give me a reason why. Or I disagree with you. You have to give me a reason why. And we're going to be civil in this, all right? I'm not going to really tolerate any kind of disrespect. If I think something might be over the line, I may contact you. Just say, hey, let's keep it civil. We have to respect each other's opinion in this. We're all not going to agree on everything. But we also have to be cognizant that there are those other sides that somebody might have, or those other beliefs that somebody might have. But we need to be respectful in kind of exhibiting those beliefs. So if you don't agree with something I say, I don't necessarily mind that, but I do expect you to be civil and respectful, and you should expect that from me as well. Okay? Lastly, we have our Supreme Court project. There's going to be 2 ways you can do this. You can either make a video presentation with the voiceover telling me about each of these points that you have here assigned. Give me a brief historical background of your case, the constitutional question in your case, the decision, and a description of each opinion that exists in the case, and lastly, how you feel about that case. So, and remember, it has to be a Supreme Court case. So make sure it's a Supreme Court case, United States Supreme Court case. And if you have problems in finding one or choosing one, go ahead and let me know, and I can help you with that. But here are some examples of ones. We have rights of the accused, the right to remain silent, which is pretty common that people know about. Matt versus Ohio, which is a Fourth Amendment case. Citizens United, which is a campaign finance case. And as we go on, there's other ones here, and I kind of put the topic with it. So if there's something that interests you, by all means do it. Roe versus Wade is on here. There's been talk of Roe versus Wade being repealed. So if you want to analyze Dobbs versus Jackson Health, and that decision happens to come out during our term, that'd be fine. It's still kind of stuck in limbo right now, so there's no opinion written, or there's no decision officially made. So just go ahead and keep an ear on that, and we'll see what's going to happen with that. So, you can either write a paper or you can do a video. Remember, it's either or. You don't have to do both. You can either do a paper, minimum 5 pages, not including your works cited, and answer all those points that I have there, or you can do a video presentation using some type of visual aid and a voiceover using a PowerPoint, skit, or screenshots or whatever. Here are some resources that I have for you to use in this assignment. The Purdue Writing Lab is pretty well set up. The APA will show you how to do the citations. OYES is a good resource to use to find a case and kind of to understand a case in layperson's term. The Supreme Court blog, Supreme Court will keep a blog of decisions that are made, and the rationale, and they also have audio links. Supreme Court cases arguments aren't video recorded, but they are audio recorded, and you can use those as well to decide in your argument how you want to approach it. So please participate in class. That's my expectation. You know what I mean? Please check emails from me daily. Do other readings. And like I said, please be respectful of other people's opinions. I'm not going to tolerate any disrespect or any type of sexism or racism or anything like that. Don't plagiarize or cheat, please. I usually don't really need to go into that too much. But I do want you to know that there are mechanisms that I can tell if people aren't being totally truthful in their work. Now we have the calendar here, and you can look on that on your own topics that we're going to be talking about. I have the due dates attached, the readings, and all the way to the end of the course. Also, I have my makeup policy. You have 2 free passes if you miss a discussion or assignment. If you use your 2 free passes and then you subsequently are late on material, then I'll start deducting points. If you haven't used your free passes and you turn in late work, I will accept the free pass and not deduct you any points. There's also information here about if you need any type of academic accommodations. If you need those, email to me so I can set up the system to be able to provide those accommodations. Library resources, I have that. There's things also in the library such as the Writing Center, which I encourage you all to use. So make sure you do that. And there's other sources out here. Code of Conduct, want you to read through that. And the Writing Centers, like I said. Other resources that are out there for you to use. Okay, and a statement on internet access and harassment policies. So what I want to show you right now is kind of our course here. What I'm going to always want you to visit are 2 places. First of all, visit the announcement page. And the announcement page will show you where we can get the 20th Century book here. So there is a link to the library that will show you where you can access the book. The other place I want you to see is the module section. And in the module section, I have the class divided up into weeks. All right, so I have some course management things here for you to take a look at. That includes I have a question link. So if you have a question, ask it there, or you can always email it to me. And I will really respond to you within 24 hours. Also, institutional support, the library, tutoring, all that good stuff that the college provides, counseling. And then each week is set up to focus on points that we will be discussing. So I have our learning content that we're going to be talking about for that week, the readings. I'm going to have our PowerPoints posted, and I'm going to also have a study guide. So these are the study guides that you're going to want to look at and fill out for your quizzes. I also have our discussions and our video lectures. So make sure you look at the video lectures that I post. If there's something wrong with the video, or if the video has some type of glitch in it, definitely let me know. I've checked it and made sure that none of them are broken or have content that is kind of corrupted as far as maybe the audio is messed up or the video is messed up. But if you see anything as far as that or accessibility, definitely let me know, and I'll get that fixed. I also have our first quiz that's posted, and there are the due dates. So that's how each subsequent module is going to be, right? And it'll show you the due dates and everything like that, our videos, and our discussion assignments. Here's our first short essay due on June 26th. So if you look at it and click on it, it'll show you what the question is going to be. And I can work with you to get this accomplished if you have any help that may be needed. So the first one is going to be talking about our system of checks and balances. Where does this come from? What do they use? And, give me a description of it. And also talk about some of the consequences of our system of checks and balances. And this is the rubric and everything that you need to do to be able to complete this assignment. All right, so I really look forward to working with you during the summer. I know it's a 6-week class, so a lot of things are going to be truncated, and a lot of things are going to be coming at you at a quick pace. So make sure you stay on task. If you need any assistance, definitely contact me, and we'll get through this. I know it's going to be tough, but we'll definitely keep a positive attitude and finish this course, and we can all do well. All right, thanks a lot, and I'll see you around class.